welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I thank you so much for joining me on this very platform. Thank you for connecting wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from any part of the world, you're joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Canada. I thank you very much for joining the platform. After watching the video, as you're watching, please share the video to your platform, share to family and friends. Let the information get across there, because we can't be silent. Remember, my purpose of coming to online on a daily basis is not to come and create chaos. It's not to come and create fear in your mind. It's not to come and preach hate speech. It's not to come and demonize anybody. Not to come and call for war or call for destruction or killing of anybody. That's not what I do. I come here to send out information and set the record straight. Tell the people what they need to know. Get my people aware of the situation. I speak about the issue of things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria. Every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria is a big mess. We are all in a big mess, and the politicians are pretending as if all is well. That is why we come online on a daily basis to set the record straight. Because the conventional media most of the time cannot give you the message raw. They cannot give you all the information. Most of the time they try to play on information and try to douse the information and make you feel that everything is okay. Meanwhile, things are not okay. That is why we come online on a daily basis. I personally, that is why I come online on a daily basis, to create this awareness that all is not well. In the contraption called Nigeria, all is not well. All is not well. No matter how the politicians pretend, no matter how the government pretend, all is not well. And it's obvious. When you see things that are unfolding on a daily basis, things that happen on a daily basis, it points to one direction, that all is not well. I am speaking to you as a Biafran. As a Biafran, a full-born Biafran, full-blooded Biafran. I have no regret to be a Biafran. I am not apologetic to be a Biafra, and I am not regretting being a Biafra. Even in my next world, I will still be a Biafran. I'm very proud to be an Igbo Biafran. That is what I am, and that is what I will still be if there is a next world to come. So when I'm telling you about the situation of the contraption of Nigeria, I am not saying about it out of hate. I'm not talking about it out of wickedness, out of strife, or out of trying to destroy somebody. No. I am speaking about it because I want to let the information go out there, set the record straight, and let the world know what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Because my own region, the Biafra land, has been subjugated and lives have been taken. Not only the Biafra land, every indigenous tribe has become an endangered species in the contraption called Nigeria. Every indigenous tribe, they have all become an endangered species in the contraption called Nigeria. But each day you see the media is very cold and quiet about it. They will never speak about it. Even when they want to talk about it, they will talk about it as if it's a minor issue. When they want to speak about it, they talk about it as if it's a minor issue. They are not going to point out the important issue. They are not going to use the right language to send the information. That is why most of the videos I play, when I make my videos, when I play videos from their conventional media, expand on the information they are giving to make people understand the real situation. The world is silent. Genocide is going on in that contraption called Nigeria. Genocide is going on, but the whole world is silent. All of a sudden, the whole world have gone down. Nobody want to come to the aid of the indigenous tribes in the contraption called Nigeria. People are dying in hundreds on daily basis in that contraption. People are dying in hundreds. These are the ones that cannot be said that so many are not reported. So many are not reported. The insecurity in Nigeria has gotten out of hand that the government doesn't have a hold on it. They don't even know what to say. They don't care about the whole thing. When we talk about it, people think it's a joke. It is not a joke. That is reality on the ground. That is absolute reality on the ground. But some of us are getting distracted with irrelevant things. Some of us who are from the southern part of Nigeria are getting distracted because of irrelevant things. Some of them are getting distracted because of their so-called election that doesn't hold water. When you know very well that since you were born, you that is watching me, if you can tell yourself the truth, since you were born, there has never been any election in the country of Nigeria. There has always been selection. From the amalgamation to date, everything, every figure they are using, every information they are using are false. A falsified figure was given to the North. That is why the North continue to claim to be the most populated area, the most populated, that they have the numbers. But from every indication, that is false. There is no other country in the world where the riverine area is less populated than the desert. How can the savannah be less populated than the desert? How? How does it happen? How can anybody believe that? But that is the lie they peddle. The British helped them to concoct that line and gave them that figure, and they run away from it. And from that day, from that time till now, they are still trying to keep that figure on board. They are trying to keep that figure, and that is why they manipulate everything in the contraption called Nigeria. When it comes to the way they share things, the way they create their state, the way they create the local government, the way they create everything they do it according to that very false number that they're given. And that is why the Northerners are not interested in changing the constitution. When you talk about changing the constitution, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it because they feel it favors them. They have succeeded in creating thousands of local governments that are not viable in their land. Even land where human being doesn't exist, they allocate numbers to that area. I have lived in the north. I have lived in Bauchi State to be precise. So many empty lands are there where human being doesn't live. In some of the local governments you are calling, when you go to local government account, people that exist there as human are not up to 1,000. Not up to 1,000 people. In most of their local governments. But this is the falsified number they are still carrying around to begin to hold things. And because of that very interest they are pursuing, they have become so lazy that they are drawing every other person back. Their laziness have graduated to the extent that now, today, terrorists are taking over. Terrorists have taken over that area, and nobody is doing anything about it. People pretend as if they are not seeing what is happening. People are pretending as if they don't know what is going on. But the true situation is that terrorists have taken over the contraption called Nigeria. And instead of them to find a way to curb the terrorism in the north, they did not curb the terrorism in the north. What they did was to export that same terrorism, let it go to the south, so that the south will have share of it. They want the south to have the share of the terrorism. That is why you see what is happening today is happening. We were never meant to be together. Oil and water never mix. It doesn't matter how you try to force it. It doesn't matter how you try to peddle the lies. It doesn't matter the propaganda you bring. Oil and water can never ever mix. And Nigeria was not meant to be one. There are different nations that are forced together. I am not the only one saying it. People from the north knows it, and they have said it in their national television. But today, you see people, even Southerners, pretending as if they don't know what is going on. When you see them talking about one Nigeria. Today, you go to the media, you see people who are supposed to be talking about their independence, about their freedom, about their security. They are busy talking about the election. You will see youths debating about who becomes the governor, who becomes the president, who becomes who, and who becomes who. When they know that the country is dead and buried, a country that doesn't have anything to offer, they know very well that the country cannot survive. They know very well that the system that the country is running does not support any growth. It doesn't support security. It doesn't support anything good. And yet, you see people pretending. Mainly my brothers and sisters from the southern part of Nigeria, you see them shouting one Nigeria. Today, you see the new propaganda they are using to legitimize their fraud they are going to conduct in 2023, which I believe will not happen. They are peddling rumors of carrying Obi around. You see them using the name of Peter Obi to entice the Biafrans and other Southerners to get into the election and vote. A lie from the pit of hell. Ask me, how is Peter Obi going to win an election? How? From which planet? From which planet? How is he going to maneuver? They know very well that this is a lie. And they are saying that youth are backing him. They will go to the social media and begin to show you, give you numbers. The same social media that the youth, common answer. Think about NSAS. NSAS was for the good of Nigeria, not for change of government. NSAS was for the good of the contract of Nigeria, for individuals to have a same place. That was why NSAS was introduced. But instead of them supporting that NSAS, they demonized the NSAS and make sure that the NSAS does not stand. They made sure that he never stood. With all the play, the whole youth from all corners came together and began to write down, talk about NSAS, including our Supreme Lamazin Nandekano. Our Supreme Lamazin Nandekano supported the NSAS, which was for the good of the Nigeria. At the end of the day, what happened? They demonized the NSAS, they called them hoodlums, they inflated them. In fact, they employed hoodlums, gave them weapons to go after the people who are talking about NSAS. They didn't stop at that. They sent their soldiers against the NSAS protesters and shot them, killed. Up to today, nobody has been held accountable. Up to today, unknown soldiers did the shooting. Nobody has been held accountable. No preacher, no soldier has been held accountable up to today. And all of a sudden, you think that P2B will come from nowhere and become your president. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. It's a pity. I know that 2023 is not going to come, so I'm not bothered about whatever they're saying. Biafra people, we are not interested in the election and will not be part of it. We will not be part of it. And they know it. They know it. Except Mazen Nande kind of comes out today to say something otherwise and give us reason why he's changing his mind. Then we can begin to think otherwise. Apart from that, nothing can ever make us change our mind. We are not part of it. We are not part of the fraud. Let them keep on conducting their fraud. Let them keep on committing their fraud. We are not part of it and we are not part of it. That is the obvious truth. It doesn't matter how they pretend. It doesn't matter the language they use. It doesn't. We will not be part of it. And any person from that country called Nigeria, and you are sincerely seeking for your freedom, it doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your religion. This is the time for you to wake up. You see, sometimes when I look at things that are happening today, I smile. I smile. When I see things that happen today, you see people shouting. They'll be crying and shouting as if it is something. There is nothing that happens in Nigeria today that is a surprise. They are not the surprise. There is no surprise in Nigeria. Nothing that happens is, including what you see that happened in Ondo State. It's not a surprise. What happened in Ondo State is not a surprise. But today, go to the media, you see people shouting and writing as if it is something that they never knew before. Our Supreme Amazon Nanika have been crying about this. T.Y. Janjuma spoke about it. Even recently, the Reverend Father was kidnapped. A Reverend Father that was kidnapped recently spoke about this very event. He spoke about it and he said that these people have occupied the whole forest in the southern part of Nigeria and they will take action and they are just waiting for an order. The Reverend Father said it, that clergy that was released, the prelates that were released. The prelates said it, that they are very much ready. The Fulanis, he called them by their name. The Fulanis, they are ready to invade. The foreign terrorists, that they are ready to take action. They are only waiting for instruction. After that man gave that detail, what did the security apparatus do? They did nothing. They said there is no, even in that place where they kidnapped that reference up today, that forest is still there, still calm. There was no invasion, there was no jet fighter going there, there was no military going there. But instead, they are busy deploying military to southeastern part of Nigeria to go and kill our people. Some of you must have seen the information that our brother Samanepa gave out about the operation they want to conduct in Biafra land. Going house to go and kidnap our young men and begin to take their life. Meanwhile, the area where their terrorists are, they are protecting the area. They wouldn't want anybody to talk about it. They wouldn't want you to say anything about it. Look at what had transpired in Ondo State. Some people are still surprised. Why Ondo State? Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? That is what baffles me. When things happen in Nigeria, even when they have been told what will happen when it has not happened, even when they have been told how it will happen, even when the person that is committing the crime have told you, I will do it, yet when it happens, you begin to ask questions. You begin to ask why or what? You don't know why. Now I'm going to remind you why. Remember the governor of the state, he stands on the open grazing. Remember, he was the person that championed the Southern Governors Forum. He is the leader of the Southern Governors Forum, who said that there will be no open grazing. At the same time, said that must be Southern president. That was why they targeted him. And what they are talking about is his hometown. Owo is his hometown. Akeredolu. That Owo is his hometown, not only his state, his own hometown. That was where they went to kill people. Take the life of innocent worshippers in a church. It happens in a broad daylight. The evidence is very clear. The reason why they did it is very clear. But today you still see police telling that they are investigating. They operated for that place for more than 30 minutes. More than 30 minutes, terrorists operated, took the life of people and went away without any confrontation. Without any confrontation. But you go to the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are busy taking the life of our innocent men and women. They are busy distracting the people who want to protect the southeastern part of Nigeria. What crime has the ESN committed? The only crime ESN committed is that they want to protect their area. Mazen Nandekano established the ESN. He said it, ESN is not Biafran army. They are just like security outfit. They are just like vigilante group to protect the bushes, protect our people from the terrorists. That's what he said. Mazen Nandekano did not establish ESN to go and fight police or army. He said it, they were there to protect the bushes so that our farmers can farm, so that terrorists cannot get into our homes. Instead of the idiots who call themselves governors and politicians to support him, they begin to demonize him, thinking they will do Mazen Nandekano. Thinking that when you destroy ESN, then you've done something great. You become relevant in the eyes of the Fulanis. Go and check every one of them who was involved in the prosecution of IPOB. Where are they today? Every politician, every governor that was involved in the proscription of IPOB, go and check where are they today? Where are they today? What is their condition? What is their condition? But how I wish this people were standing with their own people. How I wish they were standing with IPOB. By now, we would have known where we've gone. We would have known where we are. They sold out and allowed the terrorists to continue to take the life of Biafrans on daily basis. Even as you're watching the video, we are still losing people. Our youths, mothers, fathers, businesses burnt down. And nobody is doing anything about it. People are going about their business as if it doesn't concern them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. But it matters. When we are saying that Nigerian government is a terrorist government, it is not out of hate. It's not out of hate. The evidence is there. The proof is there. With the people who have been kidnapped, what they have said, even insider have said, a serving police officer said the same thing. How is it different from what I'm saying? How is it different? We are only creating awareness for people to listen and know what is happening. That the government, the military is colluding. The military is colluding with the terrorists. What is different from that what we are saying? That people should defend themselves. Danjuma said, defend yourself. Even their Minister of Defense was caught on video where he said, defend yourself. Why are you running from them? Why are you running from them? You must defend yourself. But our people that have come out to defend our land, what did they do? Instead of them supporting them, they came and began to demonize them. Instead of supporting them, they came to demonize them. Thank you so much, Friday. I'm sorry I couldn't be able to do my video on King David's channel because the page have been suspended. I'm getting so much attack. Even on this very page, I have restriction. They don't allow notifications to go. So on the other channel, on the King David's page, I can't be able to make any broadcast over there. It's suspended. So I have to wait until the suspension is okay before I can be able to make a broadcast. But I can't stop. Even if it's only one person or two people that are watching, I am going to do my video and set it out there. Later on, people can watch and share. That's what I'm doing. Thank you so much for joining. People who have joined, I appreciate you and I thank you very much. Just share it and let's continue. We cannot stop. No matter what they do, no matter whatever they do, we can't stop. I thank Chukwu Okukabiam who gave us Mazen Nandekano. There is nothing that is happening today that is a surprise to us. Nothing that is happening today that is a surprise. There are things that we know that will happen. But the problem is that some people have kept a deaf ear, pretend as if they are not hearing it. This very attack that happened recently, a warning came from the prelate that were released by the kidnappers. He said it, that these people are there already and they will attack at any time. And they are going to attack at any given time. He said it. But people never believed it. What did the security officer do? Security, there was no way to beef up the security. They didn't do anything to see that they beef up the security in case of what happens in the next. They relax and fold their hand. Everybody fold his hand as if nothing is happening. But today, you have seen the situation. Now, when they attacked on Sunday, you see them shouting and talking. For the very first time since the late Muhammadu Buhari came to power, for the very first time, this was the very first time he issued a statement 1 hour after an event has happened. Since he came to power for the past 7 years, this is the very first time Muhammadu Buhari issued a statement after 1 hour. Every other one, maybe after 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week before he issued a statement. The very first time he issued a statement. And go and look at the statement he issued. A statement that doesn't have weight. Doesn't have weight, nothing to offer. Not to show you that when we talk about the government colluding with these very people, you will see it in their action, you will see it in their speech, you will see it in their attitude, you will see it in the way they react. Every of their action, you will see it written all over them that they are the ones sponsoring the terrorism in Nigeria, trying to colonize the contraption called Nigeria by all means. But I pray that my Oduduwa brothers will wake up, because it is no longer a child's play. It cannot be business as usual. It cannot be business as usual. You have your motoku, equip our motoku. Equip their motoku as much as you can. This is not time to go around with the barrel. The barrel is not going to do, it's not going to do anything for you. Let your governors go and equip you well, and equip you very well, so that you can be able to face what is coming to you. That is how to defend yourself. If you want to defend yourself against something, you have to use the equal measure of power that the person is coming to. That is what you're going to, equal measure. That is what you're going to use to defend yourself. That is how to defend yourself. If you want to defend yourself, you are seriously, you want to defend your land, you must prepare. You don't defend your life with stick against somebody who is coming with AK-47. How do you think it's going to work? How are you going to defend yourself against somebody who is coming towards you with an AK-47? With a stick? Well, I believe the governors in the southwest will wake up now. At least they are doing something. At least they have their motoku. All they need is to give a motoku every assistance they need. Give them the normal weapon they need. Give them the real weapon they need to protect their people. At least they are not like our own side. They are not like the southeastern region, where there is no single security. The embargo they formed that was distracting ESN have turned to unknown gunmen. Igbo have metamorphosed to unknown gunmen, and they are causing havoc everywhere. They are causing havoc everywhere, and nobody can do anything. Nobody can say anything. That is where we find ourselves. But how long shall we remain silent? How long shall we continue to tolerate this evil? How long shall we continue to complain? We have complained enough. We have complained enough. It is high time we wake up and face reality. Face reality. This is the time for people to prepare. You have seen in a church where people went to worship God, and you will see some people who will come and begin to blame God. Maybe they begin to say one thing or the other. Let me tell you, Chukwu Okike Abiama will do what he will do. And the only thing Chukwu Okike Abiama will do for you is to give you revelation, open your eyes and tell you the things will happen when it has not happened. That is what Chukwu Okike Abiama will do for you. When Chukwu Okike Abiama have told you the things that will happen when it has happened, it is your own duty to protect yourself. It's your duty to do the needful. You don't have to fold your hand and you're waiting for a miracle to happen. All of a sudden, maybe when the assailants come, you disappear. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. The way Chukwu Okike Abiama relate to human beings is that the information will come. Is either you see it in your dream, or it comes through somebody, or through your friend, or somebody you don't even know. A stranger will give you the message. It's left for you to utilize the information that will give it to you properly. Every single thing that is happening in the southern part of Nigeria today, Chukwu Okike Abiama used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to shout for more than a decade about what is happening today. But what did they do with him? Some of them were busy abusing him. Some were busy calling him names. Some were calling him ethnic bigot. Some were calling him warmonger. Today, you have succeeded in kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in DSS dungeon. And today, that thing he has been talking about is happening. It's happening before your own very eye. Every one of you have seen the gruesome picture that is coming out from home. By tomorrow, you will not see it in the news anymore. As long as it's concerning the Fulani terrorists, by tomorrow, you're not going to hear it in the news anymore. But if it were to be something that happened in the south of the middle, especially the southeast, if it were something that have to get connected to ESN on the southeast part of Nigeria, it will be on the news for a month. They will hype it. They will give it a different kind of coloration. They will give it a different kind of name. All the media will carry it and they will push it up. But when the Fulanis, who are the real terrorists that we know, commit offense, nobody's going to talk about it. They pretend as if they don't know what's happening. Even initially, when this very incident happened, I listened to the broadcaster in Channel Television saying that it was a blast outside the church. When the incident happened, the Channel Television was quick to say that it was a blast outside the church. Before information began to come, before people, I thank God for social media. I thank God for social media. I thank God for social media and technology. When people begin to bring out videos from the church, from inside the church, and begin to circulate videos from inside the church, that's when they retracted their statement and begin to say a different thing. They were so quick to say that it was a blast outside the church. Today they are still gambling with the figures. People who were on the scene told us 100 plus died. People that were interviewed on the scene were interviewed and they said 100 plus. But go to the media, they are telling you 50 or more. That is why we are here. That is why I'm coming online on a daily basis. Because you can never get the fact. You know, they call us false information, they call us fake news. But the main fake news is the conventional media. It is in the conventional media where you miss the real fake news. That is where you see it. They will never put the information the way it is. They will never set the record straight. They will always try to bend it to suit their own evil agenda. I don't know what they attempt to achieve. I don't know what they attempt to achieve. Even when what they are preaching is against them themselves. When we are talking about insecurity affects the terrorists. When they come, they don't know if you're a news broadcaster. They don't know if you're a newscaster or not. It will affect everybody. They will take down anybody. Anybody that say, as long as you are from the southern part of Nigeria. When we were talking about the war that's coming, Obadiah Melafia said it. I still remind people, go and watch that video that Obadiah Melafia made. I play it oftentimes in my video. Maybe when I'm doing my program on when I do my program on YouTube, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play Obadiah Melafia video on YouTube when I'm on YouTube, when I do my program. You join me there, then you're going to see it. This is the situation. There is nothing that is happening in the contract record and just they have not been spoken of. But you see people keep deaf ear. They pretend they don't know what is happening. Southerners pretend they don't know what is happening. They pretend. They're relaxing. The most annoying one is even in Biafra land. The Biafra, even people who are supposed to be taking up the mantle of Mazin Nandekano, they are relaxing. They feel as if nothing is happening. How I wish Mazin Nandekano was outside. How I wish. There are certain things that happen. I'll begin to cry. I raise my head up and I begin to search for Mazin Nandekano. People who are supposed to, except Simon Ekpa that is still acting, except Simon Ekpa that is taking necessary action. It is only Simon Ekpa that is following up and taking necessary action when he needs to. Apart from that, no other person is doing anything meaningful. Only Simon Ekpa is the only body who stands out. Immediately an issue, if something happens, within the next few minutes, he will make a broadcast on that. He'll speak on it. Every other one, all those, the rest of them they just go and relax and sleep. Maybe after 2-3 days, you begin to see them begin to hold on few information they see from other people. But the person that gives a reaction when something just the same way Martin and God do is Simon Ekpa. And that same Simon Ekpa today, go and see many platforms. All they preach is against Simon Ekpa. The only thing they preach is against Simon Ekpa. Even when they know that this man is as pure as anything. You don't have anything against him. He has said it time down number. If you have any evidence of any crime he has committed, against Biafra struggle, anywhere, even a politician that he has collected money, have done anything you have against him, bring it to the public. Let us see. Bring it to the public. The fallen angel that was pushed down, the fallen angel that was destroyed, the double agent that has been destroyed completely. You see when she was ranting. I will expose Simon. I will expose Simon. Today, the time of his position have come. What does she have to offer? What does she have? The time of his position have come. What does she have? Chukwu Okukabiyama himself exposed her through the same source that she went. Chukwu Okukabiyama make her evil hand to enter into her own mouth. With that same hand, she was feeding other people evil. Chukwu Okukabiyama took the same hand and put it to her mouth. She, by herself, brought her nude and sent to the public. She, by herself. If you see the pictures and the videos, nobody forced her to do it. She did it on her own, willingly. She stripped herself naked, willingly. Did the video and sent out. And it got to the public.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.